West Papuans after his visit. I'll show a copy. So, you know, if Jason could have just been honest and say, yes, we did visit the West Papuan refugee camps and with Scott, and we know how terrible their camps conditions are. But no, they're too busy running around placarding Indonesia under the Lombok Treaty, letting them slaughter them, and they don't care. Well, that's all right. We care. This Anzac Day we care, and we're going to acknowledge that at this Anzac Day. We wouldn't be here today if the Japanese had invaded Australia. Our freedoms are a result of our allies, not only America, but also the Papuans. Black West Papuan lives matter, regardless of whether the ALP or the Liberal Nationals think so. Anyway, we'll just see what happens. I've not been approached by the centre management to ask to leave, and until such time I am, I'll be staying where I am. If they tell me that I'm trespassing, and I'll be happy to leave. But until such time as they come and say that, then I'll be staying put. I have a right to peaceful protest in a democracy. This is a public foyer, and I'm outside a public representative, a local federal member for Bankstown, and therefore I have a right to protest peacefully in a democracy. Now, if there are any laws broken, then let's see where we go from here. Hi everyone, I'm outside Jason Clare's office at Bankstown. Now I'm here because Jason refused to acknowledge the fact that he visited the West Papuan refugees in Port Moresby with Scott Morrison when he undertook the Kokoda Track Walk in 2009. Both Scott Morrison and Jason attended their refugee camps, and we know that because, one, Scott Morrison confirmed it on the Alan Jones radio show, which is, the transcript is on the Australian Parliament website, and also Jason sent a letter after his visit to the West Papuans saying he'll try and help him about a computer. Unfortunately, after 12 months of asking Jason and Scott to meet with me to discuss the West Papuan crisis and the refugee issue, they refuse. And they refuse because of the Lombok Treaty, because they know that if they mention West Papua and the genocide that's happening there now, Indonesians will get very upset. So we're just here to raise awareness at this Anzac Day coming up, our allies, about what's happening, and we hope that somebody in Australia will care, because quite frankly the cover-up is enormous, and I'm not getting any feedback from many people that they actually care about the fact that the West Papuans saved our diggers in World War II against the Japanese and assisted them so much, and now they're asking for assistance because they've been slaughtered by the Indonesians, and we're just turning a blind eye to it. I find it extraordinary. You know, Indonesia shouldn't be a member of the UN because they're breaching every charter of the UN and every agreement they signed. They should be a rogue element, rogue state. And it's up to the Indonesian people to demand change, because while they continue to lie and cover things up, their government and their military, nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to change. And all it's going to do is bring great shame on the Republic of Indonesia and all its citizens for this ridiculous behaviour. Anyway, I'm just here to raise awareness, and I'll continue to do so until such time I'm asked to leave. Australian federal politicians are complicit in war crimes in West Papua by the Indonesian military. And we now have evidence, and we're going to present it. And if people don't care about the truth anymore, well, then that's their business. But we care about truth and justice. Guess who was helped by the West Papuans in World War II? Our Labor Prime Minister, Gough Whitlam, 13th Squadron out of Dutch New Guinea. Funny how the ALP doesn't want to talk about that, isn't it? Funny how the ALP doesn't want to talk about that. Our allies helped Gough. Poor old Gough would be turning in his grave now. Wouldn't he? Poor old Gough. Hello.
Hey Anthony, how are you going?
Good, mate.
Mate, I'm just going to have a chat to the staff, but from what I understand, they've asked you to leave the building, is that right?
Well, the staff have, but not the building people. So
I
if
see.
the building people come and tell me to move, I'll be moving.
Oh, okay, mate.
But I've only been asked by them, and
Sure.
as far as I'm concerned, they're just not interested in what they have to say.
Oh, I see.
Because that's the issue I'm protesting against. They're
Yeah,
not terribly
sure.
honest, okay? Politicians
no,
are
I
not
appreciate
terribly
that.
honest. I've also got a body camera on, just to let you know I'm recording.
Sure.
So yeah, if the building inspector or the building supervisor tells me to leave the area, I'll be happy to comply.
Okay, mate, no worries. Just so you know, my name's Inspector Wall from Bankstown Police. So
No worries, Inspector.
we're aware that that you're here today. No issues in regards to your protest, no problems at all. But obviously, there's other tenants here, and I appreciate your position. So I'll have a chat to them.
Well,
and
I'm
we'll
not
see where
certainly
we're at.
not making any speeches. I'm just silent protest.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just talking on my recorded
Yep.
when I'm talking,
Okay.
and I'm very respectful of the others
Sure.
people around. But if the building people want me to leave, they need to come and tell me
Okay.
personally,
No, I appreciate, mate.
and then I'll be happy to comply.
Okay, mate, I appreciate your cooperation.
That's
I'll
all
have a quick chat to them, and then we'll see where we stand.
Yeah,
and,
no, that's
I don't
all
know whether
right.
they've
This is a
contacted
public.
anyone.
I mean, I know that they're saying this is private property, but this is a public foyer, and people go to and from this place all the time.
Yeah.
So, as I said, if they're saying that this is a private property,
Which
well,
it is, but obviously
well,
it's open
unfortunately,
to the public.
it's open to the public, and unfortunately, Jason's decided to put his office inside a private place.
yeah.
I've got a right to protest outside his office.
Yeah, you do. But obviously, as you said, and you're willing to comply if they...
Yeah, if they ask me to leave,
no,
I'll
I
be quite
appreciate
happy to
that.
leave.
All
Yep.
right, I'll just have a chat, mate,
Yep.
and we'll work out from
All right, no problems. All the best. Yeah, no, that's no problem.
After next Thursday, by something, it's okay. When it died, something.
Yeah.
What?
I'll go home.
Yes, nice picture of Jason and Scott Morrison. Oops. Nice picture of our Labor Prime Minister, Gough Whitlam, who was helped by the West Papuans in Dutch New Guinea, 13th Squadron in World War II. It's funny how we forget that. Funny how we forget that without the Papuan angels helping our diggers, Japan might have invaded Australia.